What's up, everyone? Long story short, my mic did not record throughout this whole episode. So, as we move along this episode of Minecraft, I will be doing voiceovers for each crucial moment of the episode. It may be a little shorter episode because I'm cutting some stuff out, but this is the best I can do without completely scrapping the footage. So, thank you everybody for understanding, and now let's get on with the video. So this first part, I'm gathering resources and supplies to go to the Nether in order to gather ender pearls and blaze rods, which are essential for the end game of this game. So I will grab an iron pickaxe, 2 iron axes, a bow, and all my arrows, and then a whole lot of food in order to survive in the Nether. So as I'm heading into the Nether, my first instinct is to go to the Nether fortress that I found in the previous episode and find a blaze spawner there so I can start farming some blaze rods. So right here I find a blaze spawner, and at first I try to kill them with a bow, but then I realize that this little wall right here can protect me if I do a hit and run melee type situation. So that's what I end up doing as I start farming these blazes. So I finally kill this last blaze, and it gives me my 10th blaze rod, and I figure that's enough for me right there. So now I start on my expedition to start finding that blue biome that the Endermen spawn in, so I can make it a lot easier for me to find some ender pearls. However, this takes a really long time and actually doesn't happen in this first recording session, but there are some things that happen that you will want to stick around for. So here, I found a piglin that has a sword, and I figured it's best to trade with him, see if he can give me anything good. So I dig a hole so that I can hit him into it, and he ends up falling into it, and I trade all of my gold with him, and he gives me some really good stuff. So here is when I find a basalt biome, and I actually start to jump over and climb over and dig through some of the stuff, but halfway through my computer actually runs into some problems, and I have to end up saving and quitting the game, ending the recording, and then restarting my computer, and then starting another recording all the way back up, which wasn't too bad. It was just kind of frustrating to start another recording. And here is the second part of this recording, and I basically just do the same exact thing where I start digging through basalt again in order to find that blue biome. So this part is probably the most painful to watch. Just watch and see, you'll know. So because I died, I have to sprint all the way back over to the spot where I died before my items despawn, and in this process, I die one more time to a wither skeleton when I am running through the Nether fortress, not knowing where I'm going. But finally, I find my items. Luckily, I had time to jump into that hole and save them from the lava. I shuffle my stuff around my inventory, and I get right back on my expedition. So at this point, I had started finding some piglins, and I decided to throw a snowball at one of them, but then it turned out that it was a zombie pigman, which causes me to freak out, because now the rest of them will start coming after me, so I have to take a strategic approach in order to take care of these guys, which ends up being building a tower and a really tall bridge and picking them off one by one while I can reach them, but they can't reach me. It was very stressful to do because I had already died multiple times in the Nether, and I'm really surprised that I was able to get out of there alive. So right here, as I'm going back to my portal to go back to my house, I decide to make a path on the soul sand so that I can easily get up there without having to slow down. Now this part right here I have no explanation for. Some of you might know what it is, but it sounds like my nether portal broke from the gas ball, but my nether portal was perfectly fine, and I ended up going through and ending this recording. Now this is the start of what was supposed to be the 6th episode of Minecraft, but because of the microphone issue I had to lump it in with this other episode. But it's basically just the same thing. I'm gathering resources so I could go to the nether and find that blue biome. And this time, I take all the same stuff, except I take a whole bunch of mushroom stew and a whole bunch of mushrooms so that I can replenish my bowls, and that way I have pretty much an infinite food supply. So this is the beginning of the hunt for that blue biome, and initially I had no idea where to go, but I ended up digging down to a lower level and eventually finding the blue biome. But there's some stuff that happened along the way that you might want to see. For example, me dying a million times. Or this cute little guy who decided he wanted to take my iron chestplate, and I couldn't beat him to death with my fists enough, so I just decided to give up on it. But finally, after plenty of exploration and building bridges over giant puddles of lava, I finally find the blue biome and I'm able to farm some Endermen. So I find a good place to make a 2-block high ceiling so that the Enderman can't kill me, and I end up just farming a lot of Endermen. So when I get my 13th Ender Pearl from my Enderman hunting, I decide it's time to head back and call it a day. So when I get back, I decide to finally sleep off a hard-working day, completely oblivious to the fact that my microphone had not worked all day. So that's going to be it for my context episode that didn't work out well for me, but at the end of the day, it worked out just fine, and I'm happy with it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like what you see, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to stay updated with what I'm doing, then ring that bell. And I will be playing Minecraft in the future, hopefully with a working microphone next time. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. See ya!